Is your business nothing more than a solution without a problem? It's easy for us business owners to get wrapped up in the emotion of a business. It's coming from here and it's coming from up here. And we just think, wow, it'd be so cool to own fill in the blank. A coffee shop, a clothing company, an advertising agency. Go down the list. Whatever it is that you're passionate about, you may have considered starting a business in that arena. And yes, it's important to be passionate about your work. But we need to be passionate about solving the problem that exists in the market. That is what we should ultimately be passionate about. So let's say you're a baker and you're very passionate about baking and you think to yourself, I would love to open a bakery, which is great. You're passionate. It's something you're good at. You can make some money baking some cakes. But what if the market doesn't need a bakery? What if the market has 20 other bakeries in it and you're going to be 21? What if you're not creating any demand because there's simply too much supply? So fill in your own scenario for your own industry, for your own business. Is there a demand for the problem that you're solving? When we approach our business thinking about it first from the problem that exists in the market, and second, about the product or service that we're bringing to the market to solve that problem. When we approach building a business that way, it's very different than starting from something that we're ultimately very passionate about. For example, I love playing guitar. I'm an aspiring jazz guitarist, but I am not solving any problems in the market by being a jazz guitarist. I'm clear about that. But as a young man, I had a DJ company and I was very particular about my audience. I knew who I was serving, and there was actually a demand because there really wasn't that many DJs in my area. So I had good supply demand working in my favor. It was something I was passionate about, but I was also solving a problem. Not just a problem for the person that was throwing the party, but I was also solving problems for club owners, wedding planners, and anyone else that really needed a good DJ that was local to the area that charged a reasonable rate. So I always think, are you a solution without a real problem? Are you just bringing to market more of what's already there? Or are you finding a unique angle, a unique niche of people to service? I see this all the time with clothing companies. Every year there's more and more clothing and apparel brands that pop up, and that's great. You should have entrepreneurial aspirations. But if all you're doing is putting your logo on a t-shirt and nothing more than that, you're entering a very, very flooded market, and it's going to be very difficult to create any product differentiation. We see this all the time with restaurants. They come and go. They have a really short shelf life. This is because there's so much supply fighting for the same customer base. So you really need to think long and hard about your business and who you're serving and what problem that you're solving for them. The problem needs to be very, very specific and very particular, very time-based. And there's other factors too. If you're physical, you want to be in a geographic area that can help your customers the most. For example, I don't want to travel 50 miles to go to a mechanic. I want to go maybe up to 5 miles. I don't want to travel 100 miles to get to the next coffee shop. I want to go 3 or 4 blocks. There's also the spectrum of cost, price, value. I don't want to spend hundreds of dollars on commodity products like soap and shampoo. At the same time, I do want to spend more money on other items. Entertainment and meals and food and dining and apparel and clothing and things of that nature. So again, knowing which market and which customer you serve. Are you in a commodity market where price is pushed down? Are you in a high-end luxury market where price is pushed up? Bear in mind, customers pay for things that solve their problems. So even though you have the best intentions because you're passionate about something, as long as you're solving my problems, then we're good as a customer. If you're not solving my problems, and you're just creating more products and service in the market that I can get anywhere else, then there's really no push or reason for me to purchase and transact with you. So just look at businesses that have been around in your market for any period of time, and you can very clearly see the problem that they're solving for which market. McDonald's, fast food, cost affordable, convenient for kids, for parents. It's easy, it's cheap. Amazon, you can get everything very quickly at the press of a button. It'll show up at your doorstep in a couple days, if not the same day. Bookstores like Barnes & Nobles at your coffee shop and all your books and your magazines centered in major metropolitan areas. Go to Beverly Hills and you'll see flagship stores like Louis Vuitton, Chanel. All of these folks are very intentional with who their target market is and what problem they are solving for them. And that problem doesn't always need to be a physical problem like I need toothpaste today. It could be something a little more existential, like I'm trying to increase my status, hence why I'm going to the Rolls-Royce dealership. So once you find a true problem that you're solving for your market, then you layer on top of that your passion and your vision and your values and your beliefs and all the energy and charisma and passion and love for this thing that you're doing. That's what tips the scales. Because now I can see that you're the type of coffee shop that cares about the beans and puts the little designs in there and intentionally sets up the space for me to hang out in and brings in the right pastries and creates the right environment, plays the right music, I can feel your love and energy once I come in the door. But I'm originally coming in the door because I just want a cup of coffee that's local and it tastes pretty good. So don't confuse the fact that because you're passionate about something, it's a good business. A good business is something that solves a problem for a very particular market and is able to monetize that product or service and create a profitable organization. So yes, my hope for you is that you're very passionate, but I also want you to be profitable. And more than that, I want you to solve a very particular problem for a very specific market. Do that in the right sequence and you will be a success. So thanks so much for watching this video. If you want more like it, please like, comment, and subscribe below, and we'll see you on the next video.